Hey everyone. So it is the afternoon. I'm still working on a really cool project right now. It's my own guilty pleasure. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably be maybe by Friday. It's another hot day in Los Angeles. We got a heat wave, which is kind of good because flushes out all these old antioxidants and old, things coming out the body. So, a lot of us who are recording videos were like, we look very tired and dry. So, on to topic. Were you guys following the story about Demi Lovato? She's one of the artists, though we have our thoughts of the music industry and whatnot. She is one vessel that I always felt a connection to. I felt there's a pureness somewhere, even though people like to disagree and say, the music industry, those artists and what they do and blah, blah, and blah. But we all have to remember that no matter which side anyone plays in this reality, everyone is still doing their part of their mission. And both sides needs each other, however it goes. Darkness does convert to light at the end of this experience. So I was very touched by the story. I was very it just really created such an interesting dialogue between people, and people who say, oh, it's a hoax because she just released a single. Who knows that it was a publicity stunt? I think she was literally she has been talking about her battle for a long time. She has been outspoken about people who bully online. She's been outspoken about body shaming. She has been doing a mission that people overlook many times. And regardless of whatever that we perceive of celebrity, she has been doing her part. And for her to become an ambassador, she became an ambassador last year. I forget what it was for. I think it was for languages, domestic abuse across children and refugees and whatnot. So probably it's a big job task for someone to take on, which I think that probably put a little pressure on her. I have to be the ambassador. I'm just 20-something years old. That's a big role. And a lot of times with music artists, their contracts or agents, publicists, they tell them to be this representative of this and that because it helps keep their name in good standing. But I don't know. Fascinating that I released a video 2 days ago about addiction and healing and what can we do to address the situation and circumstances. And then the next day, boom. So if you haven't really quite yet gotten or understood where, who, what, where, when, and why I am, no, I always share with people that I guess you can say prophet, I guess you could say I see visions or whatnot, but I really speak from source, and it's a divine source. And the messages that I feel resonate with the time and day and the hour, I just say it. And I think that was really to be put out there. And look what came to fruition. Someone who was crying out. Someone who was in a lonely disposition. And she's a lonely vessel. And imagine being an artist who's so prevalent in the music industry, and you got new music coming out, and it's so much pressure. Imagine being a millennial, let alone keeping your celebrity status. It's just so stressful. But there are Oh, where am I going with this topic? I lost my whole train of thought. But I basically it was going to be talking about the I am. And one thing I commend her for is that she is always in the I am. And the I am is such a powerful... It's not the I am that I am in the Bible, because I understand the Old Testament. Yay, there's a hawk! 2! Oh, yay! Awesome freaking sauce. So if you guys are going to be following me going forward, you're going to be seeing a lot of that. There's always hawks whenever I'm like in the zone. But yeah, the I am is such a beautiful state of being. And I actually just felt this today, and I shared it with several individuals, that it is now time to start walking in the I am. You know, I am a bold and strong individual. I am a beautiful soul. I am proud of myself. I am love. I am encouragement. I am, the epitome of leadership. I am not perfect. I am not my past. I am not to be mistaken. So those are things that I really felt were like, I think this is what we need now in our ascension process. And just because like I talk about ascension, it doesn't mean that I know that I'm going to be out of here. There was even some deception out there that was telling me that I was going to be skipped out on, and that really hurt my feelings, and it really anchored me. But I know who I am, and I know what I do, and I know what I bring to the table. And it's not saying I deserve to leave this dreadful earth, because that's not the way you want to leave. But it's really like, if I were to, in an emergency galactic situation, if I were left here, I would feel so honored that I am one of the strongest to stay, or I am one of the angelics to remain. It's just, those are powerful things. And I think society has really done a number on us to where we can acknowledge our I ams, to be confident, to be in that self-love. And it's a vibration that doesn't stay for long. So when you have it, which is where I have now, like, hold on to it, embrace it, and flip your hair, darling. Like, I have a sense of humor. Yeah, there's so much out there that I think is anchoring us, and we have to really focus on other things. Like, it's okay to go down the rabbit hole and search on YouTube all day for answers, but what you're looking for is in the I am. Whatever you're looking for, it's in you. You already have it. You just have to manifest it, or learn to, if it is poisoning you or weighing you down, you have to put reason to why that is in your current position. Like, there was a girl today, she was telling about being a troublemaker, and she's really trying to fix herself, and she's like 18 years old. I was like, whoa. And I told her, you have to ask yourself, why were you acting out? Why the resistance? It's not because you're a bad person. It's because when people are in their purest moment, they're in their I am, the world rejects us, and they resist, and they push back, and they oppress. And so what happens is we get angry, we get frustrated, and we feel lonely, and there's no way to bounce back. So then we find an outlet of not revenge, but what's the other word besides revenge? Avengement. I'm so funny with my words. Anyway.